I think a lot of people who are ambitious, success driven, and want all that life has to offer, I think that they would do well by treating themselves as a business and as a major brand. A lot of people make decisions, and they make decisions for the now, but they don't think about the repercussions of how that decision is going to affect them years to come. And that's one thing I've noticed from almost every company, almost every business that I worked for, is that they think about the future. They don't just think about the now. If you talk with like corporate, a lot of people talk about corporate on here. Corporate is always planning for the next quarter, right? Like, we're in Q1, they're planning for Q3, Q4 already right now. And there's certain ways that you can and cannot represent yourself when you are a major brand, right? There's this thing called brand awareness and, brand integrity. And if people started to treat themselves, meaning they don't allow just anybody to work for them, meaning people around them, they don't just allow themselves to say anything or do anything when it comes to a professional setting, right? So like, how I'm speaking to people on TikTok is not typically how I talk to my friends, but I'm not naive enough to know, like, I'm not going to get on a camera that has tons of eyes and speak to y'all how I speak to my friends. Why? Because it just wouldn't be perceived in that type of light, right? Like, not saying that I speak to my friends any type of differently, but I'm not going to come online cursing or saying inappropriate things. Why? Because I'm representing my brand right now. I'm representing Arian Helm. And I have the opportunity and the ability to be able to reach millions of people right now. So I'm going to act in my best interest and act on my best behavior. Now, behind closed doors, that's who I am behind closed doors. But when I show up on camera, when I show up in the world, that's my brand. I'm representing Arian Helm, right? And so I have to be very intentional about the things that I say, things that I do, things that I post, because it only takes one thing to destroy your brand. It only takes one thing to devalue your brand. Like, literally, it only takes one thing. And so many people just let themselves look any type of way, do anything, say anything, and it's like you're ruining your brand. You have the opportunity when you step outside of your house or when you turn on your camera to up level your life at any moment. A video could go viral and change your life. It's happened. You could go outside, the right person could see you. It happens, right? So like, treating yourself as a brand, meaning that you are very intentional about how you move in this world, is vital if you are ambitious and if you want to reach certain levels of success in life. You can't be careless. You can't be careless about your opinion, about your appearance. You can't be careless about how you speak to others, how you treat others, and things like that. Like, I understand how you act outside, in the comforts of your own home. Like, I understand that, but when you go outside, you're representing yourself and you're representing your brand. You are a business. You are your own business. You are marketing yourself. You are always going to be attracting customers and things of that nature. So you have to, whatever you have to do to be polished and put together to make people want to invest and spend their money on you, meaning money in this sense, and I'm speaking in like code or whatever, but money in this sense would be like their time, their efforts, even to get a hi and a thank you. It's when I walk into, like, earlier this morning, let me give an example before I went to work today, which I actually look very cute. I think I have a video earlier. I was dressed really nice. I had on my little top. I had on some blue pants, and then I had on some pumps. When I went to racetrack to get my Olipop, the guy, when I was walking out of the racetrack, he nearly tripped himself to come back to the door to open that door for me. Why? Because he understands the brand, right? And that's just a very minuscule detail or example, but like, when you show up as like let me talk in purses, right? If I show up as a Birkin, and I don't have to be a Birkin all the time, like, I don't have to be an actual Birkin, right? Because Birkins and Michael Kors get made in the same warehouse with the same materials, right? But if I show up as a Birkin, it speaks volumes, right? Like, there's a much different, even though they're made in the same warehouse, it's different brackets, it's different accessibility, it's different demands, right? Treat yourself as a brand. Treat yourself as a business. Think of a brand that you would deem close to what you want in life, right? Like, so for me, I would say my brand, I would want my brand to be close to Birkin. Exclusivity, right? That's how you should act. If you want a brand that's cool, or you want a brand that's funky and fun, Betsey Johnson or something of that sort, right? But treat yourself accordingly so that you know what type of customers and what type of attraction that you have. That's all.